Confirmed now, 3 massive deals are reportedly on the table for the Golden State Warriors, and one of them could bring Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Bay. The front office is working behind the scenes, weighing blockbuster options that could completely reshape the roster around Stephen Curry. With the dynasty window closing fast, every decision feels like make or break for Curry's legacy. Could the Warriors shock the league by landing Giannis? Or will one of the other superstar trade packages become reality instead? Fans are on edge, rivals are nervous, and the NBA world is buzzing. One thing's certain: Golden State is preparing to swing big, and these deals could redefine the future of the franchise. The Golden State Warriors have officially reached a crossroads that could define the legacy of Stephen Curry and the future of the entire franchise. After years of chasing championships, battling through ups and downs, and holding on to the dynasty that once ruled the NBA, the Warriors are finally being forced into making decisions that will shape the last chapter of Curry's career. And now, according to league insiders and multiple reports, there are 3 confirmed massive deals currently on the table that could completely change the landscape of the league. The biggest headline of them all? The possibility that Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak himself, could be on his way to the Bay Area to join forces with Steph Curry. Yes, you heard that right. The Warriors are no longer just exploring small adjustments. They are officially in talks for a game-changing move that could shock the entire NBA. Now, let's dive deep into this story, because it's not just about one trade, not just about one star, but about 3 potential blockbuster deals that are being worked on behind closed doors. And the stakes could not be higher. Steph Curry's clock is ticking. At 37 years old, he has maybe 1 or 2 more elite seasons left in his tank, and the Warriors are fully aware that wasting that opportunity would be a mistake they might regret forever. Draymond Green is still around, Klay Thompson's future is uncertain, and Jonathan Kuminga has emerged as one of the most promising young pieces in the entire league. The question is, will the Warriors gamble everything to build one last super team around Curry, or will they hold on to their assets and watch another year slip away? The first of these 3 massive deals is centered around the biggest name of them all, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Multiple league insiders have confirmed that Golden State has been in exploratory talks with the Milwaukee Bucks, who are facing their own crisis after another disappointing playoff exit. Giannis, who has remained loyal to Milwaukee for years, is reportedly frustrated with the lack of consistent roster improvement and the team's struggles to compete with the top contenders in the East. While Giannis hasn't publicly demanded a trade yet, the pressure is mounting, and Golden State is quietly positioning themselves as a serious contender if Milwaukee decides to make a move. So what would this deal look like? The most likely package would involve Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, multiple first-round picks, and potentially Andrew Wiggins. Golden State knows that it will take a king's ransom to land a 2-time MVP and Defensive Player of the Year like Giannis. But the Warriors are one of the few franchises willing to swing that big of a deal, because pairing Giannis with Curry would immediately transform them back into the most dangerous team in the NBA. Imagine the pick and rolls, the floor spacing, the transition game. Curry's shooting gravity combined with Giannis' unstoppable rim pressure would break defenses night after night. And make no mistake, the league would absolutely fear that duo. We're talking about a combination of skill sets that complement each other perfectly. Curry stretching defenses to half court, and Giannis bulldozing his way inside. Draymond Green orchestrating plays. If Klay Thompson decides to stay and accepts a team-friendly deal, he could slide into the perfect role as a sharpshooter. The Warriors would instantly return to championship contention. But the real question is, will Milwaukee even consider parting ways with their franchise cornerstone? That's the part that remains uncertain. But league sources insist that Golden State has made it known they're ready, willing, and able to pull the trigger if Giannis becomes available. The second deal on the table is one that's gaining steam fast, and it revolves around another superstar forward, Kevin Durant. That's right, the whispers of a Durant return to Golden State are no longer just fantasy scenarios. With the Phoenix Suns facing chemistry issues, salary cap hell, and another failed playoff run, Durant's situation is becoming increasingly unstable. And the Warriors see an opportunity. Durant's time in Golden State may have ended controversially, but everyone knows that when he was there, the Warriors were untouchable. 2 championships, 3 finals appearances, and the most dominant offense the league had ever seen. Curry and Durant together were a cheat code. Now imagine this: Durant, older but still elite, returns to Golden State for one last ride with Curry. The Warriors would send a package built around Andrew Wiggins, draft picks, and possibly Moses Moody or Brandon Podziemski. The Suns, desperate for depth and flexibility, might consider it if they realize their current roster isn't sustainable. Durant back in the Bay would immediately reignite championship expectations and create a storybook narrative unfinished business between KD and the Warriors. For fans, it would be one of the most shocking reunions in NBA history, and for Curry, it would be the ultimate chance to prove once and for all that their partnership was never about controversy, but about greatness. The third deal, while not as flashy as Giannis or Durant, is still massive. The Warriors are in talks with multiple teams about acquiring a dominant big man to finally address their glaring weakness inside the paint. For years, Golden State has tried to survive with undersized lineups, relying on Draymond Green to anchor their defense and Kevin Looney to do the dirty work. But as Curry ages, it's becoming clear that they need real size, real rim protection, and someone who can bang down low against the bigger Western Conference teams. The names being floated? Players like Karl Anthony Towns, DeAndre Ayton, and even a surprise dark horse like Domantas Sabonis. Each of these options comes with its own risks and rewards. Karl Anthony Towns offers elite shooting and size, but questions remain about his toughness and ability to handle playoff pressure. DeAndre Ayton brings athleticism and rim protection but has been inconsistent throughout his career. Sabonis, meanwhile, is a unique fit, offering playmaking from the post, rebounding, and toughness qualities the Warriors desperately need. While none of these names carry the same star power as Giannis or Durant, adding one of them could balance the roster and give Golden State the interior presence they've been missing for years. Now let's pause and really think about the implications of these deals. If the Warriors land Giannis, they immediately become title favorites. If they reunite with Durant, they bring back one of the most unstoppable duos in NBA history. And if they secure a dominant big man, they fix their most glaring hole and give Curry the support he needs without mortgaging the entire future. All 3 of these deals are huge, all 3 are realistic to some degree, and all 3 prove one undeniable fact: the Warriors are done playing it safe. The urgency inside the Golden State front office is real. Owner Joe Lacob has made it clear he's willing to spend, he's willing to take risks, and he's not going to let Curry's final years slip away. General Manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. is under pressure to deliver, and head coach Steve Kerr knows that without reinforcements, the Warriors can't compete with teams like the Nuggets, the Celtics, or even the Timberwolves. This is not just about making the playoffs anymore. It's about maximizing Steph Curry's greatness before the window slams shut forever. Of course, not everyone agrees on what the Warriors should do. Some believe trading away Kuminga would be a huge mistake. At just 22 years old, Kuminga has shown flashes of becoming a future superstar. He's athletic, versatile, and improving rapidly. Giving him up could mean sacrificing the future for a short-term gamble. Others argue that Curry's legacy and the franchise's reputation demand bold action now, even if it costs them long-term stability. It's the classic dilemma of win now versus building for tomorrow, and right now, win now is taking priority. Steph Curry himself has reportedly grown more vocal about the need for change. After another frustrating season that ended in disappointment, Curry knows he can't carry the team by himself anymore. He needs help. And whether that help comes in the form of Giannis, Durant, or a dominant big man, he's making it clear that the Warriors must act. Draymond Green has echoed similar sentiments, warning the organization that they can't keep expecting the same core to win without upgrades. Even Klay Thompson, whose future is uncertain as he enters free agency, has admitted that changes are necessary if the Warriors want to compete for championships again. So here we are, Warriors fans, standing at the edge of what could be one of the most pivotal off-seasons in franchise history. The 3 deals are confirmed. The Warriors are exploring Giannis. They're considering a Durant reunion.